It's great. It's great to be back. We've all been busy, so here we are.
Of course you have to come on the day in which the French fry maker is crashing. What's going on with your restaurants?
Well, it's kind of funny because in an earlier episode, you talked about how Dom Perignon is down, and that kind of talks about the high end. But Lamb Weston is really everybody. It's a great measurement, and I've never seen y'all really take them before, but all restaurants, no matter if it's the high-end steakhouses or a Rainforest Cafe and a Bubba Gump, we all use French fries. And if they're down, the restaurant business is down. And what happened is exactly true. And the consumer was strong for so long, but we're just feeling it everywhere now. And I think that's why LVMH and you're going to start seeing your restaurant stocks, they're coming in a little lower because people just aren't shopping and eating like they used to, and especially the high end. And like I said, we sell as many French fries as anybody, but having Mastro's, Martin's, Del Frisco's, Catch, Palm, the Strip House, that's the steak effect. And the steaks serving U.S. Prime are high end. And so just like the French fry effect and the Dom Perignon effect, we're feeling the steak effect right now, that people don't want to go out and spend $70, $80, $90 for a piece of meat.
So, Tilman, it's Dom here. You just laid out the broad case across the entire consumer spectrum over whether or not there's not necessarily a crash, but that there is more caution developing. I wonder, as a business owner and somebody who's done a lot in terms of developing businesses, do you feel as though this economy in America can avoid a hard landing type recession, or do we just have to kind of bank on this idea that the Fed is going to be the huge focus and that's what's going to bail us out?
I don't think we're going to have a super hard landing, but I do think that, lowering rates, it's unbelievable how strong our economy has been, that it's teetered with these high rates. And the home business, as bad as it's been, has still been okay, and the high-end business has still been okay. So I think if we would start lowering rates, it's going to definitely soften it. But, you can go back and see what I said 2 years ago when they were talking about the economy. And I said, until there's a problem with not being able to hire employees anymore, and there's too many, and everybody's not jumping jobs for 10,000 here, or 20,000 here, or 50,000 here, the economy is going to be good. And the economy has been good because of the employees, that so many people came out of the workforce after COVID that there just weren't enough people out there for companies. And now you're seeing it soften. Everything's slowed down. People aren't having the turnover, and people aren't moving jobs. And that's the biggest sign of it all, is what's happening with our labor base out there. And when that slows, everything slows.
Although I hear you talking more about normalization, Tilman, than kind of that hard landing recession question. And I wonder, and now, of course, we run head on into the election cycle. And I don't know if you think that's going to be a swing factor.
I don't know, what a factor it's going to be if Trump wins or Kamala wins. You're talking about two just totally different philosophies, and from an extreme area of how they see the world. And I do think that the vice presidential pick is going to be more important this time. And I think that if Kamala chooses somebody like a Mark Kelly, who is a hero, whose wife is Gabby Giffords, from all the people that do not like guns, I think that it kind of goes back to the Sarah Palin and John McCain, that she hurt him. Not necessarily that she should have, but that's what the media's perception was, and they used it. But I think that the vice presidential pick this time has a little more effect than it normally does. And if Kamala picks the right vice president here, who's totally different from her, and Mark's a man's man, and who is a great speaker, who has shown his leadership, I do think that it could be tougher for Trump and J.D. Vance than I thought. And I've met J.D. Vance. He's a really nice man who's extremely, extremely intelligent. But I'm worried if they choose the right VP, I think we could really have us a battle on our hands.